This statue is dedicated to all those who follow their dreams.
We're about 6k, 7k north of Whitehorse.
Watch out, Malcolm, it's a long way down.
Alright, we're over the bridge and we're down to right now we're in Whitehorse. It's 7 o'clock. It's the 8th of August 1999 and we're heading for Carmack. But we're going to do it this way. We're going to drive 5 hours to Quiet Lake. We're going to spend the night here and then we're off down the Big Salmon River all the way down here to the Yukon River and then down the Yukon River to Carmack. That's going to be about 9 days worth. So good luck to them and good luck to us.
Alright, we're at Justice Crossing, the head of the Tesla River. We have 100 more kilometers to go, a very rough, bumpy road.
It's now 9 o'clock, the sun's low in the sky. We're heading for Mozzie country, so let's go.
They're high now. You might see the otters on the river. They go into the...
There are more species of these in New Zealand than anywhere else, mainly because of the Pleistocene glaciations and the otherwise known as ecbosetum.
On the other side. And then 2 years ago I got the idea to put a few bricks across this crite and gave them idea to build a dam over about that one. Very clever indeed. And their sleeping quarters are above the water level.
Hasta luego, amigo! River 1 loading the boat at Quiet Lake. Righto, here we are, day 2. You're not going to believe this, but they've got me to talk to you today because I'm the best looking at this time of the morning.
Oh, I've just got breakfast of porridge, grapefruit.
It's not really that cold here. I'm just sort of the wild man of the mountains at the moment, just trying to fend off the mosquitoes. They seem to die when they fall in the porridge. I don't know what that's got to say for us. So we'll see 24 hours later. See you tomorrow. Breakfast.
I can't steer from here either.
Just seen our first moose. Mum and 2 cubs. So I'm pretty relaxed about it. Like the Camelot in some ways.
Yeah.
You know, clear. I guess the Camelot is actually clear of it.
Well, we finally found what we came here for. We've been battling for 2 days now. We've been through rainstorms, we've crossed lakes, we've been down rivers, and we've finally found them. Blueberries. Real, live, wild blueberries. Some of these are destined for our pancakes for tomorrow breakfast, I think. Yummy.
We are on Big Salmon Lake, halfway along. Just landed for a snack, and the far end is where the Big Salmon River starts. We'll get there lunchtime or so.
full pedal now. No trouble. Very good.
Piece of waste.
That's what it's about. Lead into it, boys. That wasn't too bad. Yeah. It was a lot lighter than
How was dinner last night, boys?
Beautiful meal. We had potatoes with a goulash tomato, tin ham sauce, bean mix, and for dessert Malcolm made a, what did you call it, Anthony? Slurry. Slurry.
So this is Peter's Lake.
Yeah, this is Peter's Lake, and
A grassy swamp.
the reason we're walking so funnily is because we're stepping on the mounds between the bog. Plenty of mozzies here.
We've got our bear spray.
Yeah, we've got a bear spray. Yep. So here we are at what appears to be a beaverless beaver dam. Nice dam though.
Most invigorating water. Excellent. Very good. For a change, we're now actually on a beach as opposed to being in the bush to see what it's like. See if there's less mosquitoes. We've had a very good paddle down the river.
Well, it's just before 10:30 in the evening. And had our coffee and got our last firewood. Put the food bags up the trees, get away from the bears. Yeah. And hey, no mozzies.
Just keep looking. Must be there somewhere.
How's the water, boys?
Here we are, bear scare. This is the only thing that lets us be here really with any safety. It's pepper spray, capsicum 10%, hot pepper. What you do is you take the little tab off here, slide off before use, and away you go. Aerosol's effective up to 6 meters. That's not very far. And you've got a bear running towards you. It's probably about half a second before.
Way over there. Amazing. Oh, we shouldn't really harass it too much. If we do, we go out wide and drift down on it.
Our first bear, he was, that's a little black bear. Although he's brown, you can tell he's a black bear because he hasn't got that hump around the shoulders. And he wasn't too interested in us, as you can see, which is probably a good thing. Ripping into the grass, covered in mosquitoes. But, well, when I say covered, they were flying all around him, but he didn't seem to be too worried about that. So there we are, bear number 1, day 5. We're happy campers.
We're just off for lunch, and we've passed the south branch of the Big Salmon about an hour ago. We had morning tea, and it's changed quite a lot. We've gone from being surrounded by hills and rocky little mountains, and it's flattened out a lot. The rain wise, and the river's got quite a lot larger now. It's still flowing at a good old clip. We don't want to.
We've just seen our first bull moose. Wasn't he a beauty? Quite a young one, I think, judging by his antlers. He was out of here.
Preparing lunch on the riverbank. Going for a walk into the forest. Is it a bear? No, it's Anthony. Every branch I tread on. Uh-oh, that's the last one.
Now the reason Anthony's climbing a tree is because we're lost.
You know, there's no river around
We left the canoes back at the river, had lunch. I thought we'd go for a 5-minute walk in the bush.
With Malcolm at the front.
And yeah, we were lost. We were okay until we stopped and looked at a squirrel, then Peter let us off.
Well, we're back at the river now after an hour. About 10-minute wandering. We got a bit lost in the flat terrain behind the river.
Anthony got down his tree okay.
Yep. So we strung ourselves out at a shouting distance, about 150 metres apart. And after 3 attempts, Malcolm was at the lead and he eventually found the river, which we followed down to the canoes here. So next time we'll take one of our 3 compasses.
Maybe the northern hemisphere one, just to be sure.
What we have up here are some hoodoos, that's a Canadian term for pinnacles that we see in New Zealand.
Yeah, here we are. We've got a new campsite here. What's the time now? 7:30 at night, and we've just arrived. Lovely little campsite, plenty of flat areas for tents, but there's one unusual feature. And look down this direction, I should be able to see it here.
Well, good evening folks, at dinner tonight we've started off with a rich minestrone soup here, and we're now we'll have pasta, something or other. Macaroni with onions, carrots, spam.
Oh, I don't like spam.
And chocolate.
Did you hear that? I don't like spam. Here we are at Big Salmon Village at the mouth of the Big Salmon River where it flows into the Yukon.
Afternoon folks, we're at Big Salmon Village and a disused trading post.
Here we are, last day I think, on the mighty Yukon. We left at 8 o'clock this morning, so we had an early start, hence breakfast on the water. And we've got coffee, we've got cereal, and we're still making 5 knots. We haven't done a stroke of work this morning, so we're all feeling pretty tired. And we've got about 50 miles to cover today to get us to Carmax. Shouldn't be any problem at this rate.
We'll just pop into Little Salmon Village. And what we're seeing here is some what are called Indian spirit houses, which are where basically graves of the Indians. There was a settlement here about what a century ago, but now it's derelict. Typical gun tactic.
First across the line wins.
Next time we will have that sort of torpedoes then.
This is the bridge at Carmax, just finished our 7-day trip.
But you lived through it, did a bit of male bonding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're better people for it, I think.
Absolutely.
Good story.
Yeah, good achievement.
Reading.
Yeah, it's one hell of an achievement.
You've learned how to canoe. Next time we'll take one of our 3 compasses.
Maybe the northern hemisphere one, just to be sure.